turned out to be pretty good movies, even outside of the Forest movie and the Midnight movie. Movies like The Legend of Bagger Vance and the movie Glory, which was a 3-time Oscar winner, really excellent movie. And not too long ago, we had some scenes that were shot down here on Broad Street, as well as out in Tybee that showed themselves in the SpongeBob SquarePants 2 movie. And I can tell by looking at this crowd, most everybody's seen that movie at least once. Now, this little building to the right with the curled columns was an old Ford automobile dealership back when automobiles could actually fit through these front doors. And you could get any colored Ford you wanted, as long as it was black. Just ahead to our right, the Sorrel Wheat House. This is the largest house in the historic landmark district. It's also house number 3. This house built in 1839 for Francis and Matilda Sorrel and has over 16,000 square feet of space inside. Now, they do tours during the day as well as at night, and it is a very haunting tour. In front of us, Madison Square, named for our 4th President of the United States, James Madison. Now, when General Oglethorpe arrived here, he brought with him a plan for the city that included a series of these squares, all connected to the grid. We're going to go through and see many of them today. Part of it. The monument to our left in the center of the square celebrates Sergeant William Jasper. Sergeant Jasper lost his life at the siege of Savannah, one of the bloodiest battles in the American Revolution. That was the totally enlisted for the peace, along with the monument he did and the front along the wall. The house to our right, the Green Mountain House, originally built here in 1858, built at a cost of $93,000. It was thought to be one of the most lavish houses here in Savannah at the time. Charles Green, a very successful British cotton broker, who volunteered to use this house to be used by General Sherman as his headquarters during the time of the occupation of Savannah, from Christmas of 1864 until February of 1865. Now, as we exit Madison Square and south on Wall Street, making our way towards stop number 4. The building coming up to our left-hand side originally was the home of the Savannah Volunteer Guard Armory. You'll see some of the big guns out front showing some of its history. But this is the first building repurposed by the Savannah College of Art and Design. And I think it's been a win-win for both the school and the city, as the school has repurposed well over 75 buildings throughout the city, making for a very unique campus here in Savannah. Now, if y'all have a chance to walk up and down this cross street that runs both to the west and to the east, this is Jones Street, and has a collection of houses, some of the most beautiful houses here in Savannah, located up and down on Jones Street. Many people here in Savannah feel that the same keeping up with the Joneses actually comes from this very Jones Street. As we continue south on Bull Street, headed in towards Monterey Square, into the victorious Battle of Monterey, Mexico, which was fought during the Mexican-American War, and the square was laid out a year after that battle, which was made in 1847. The monument in the center of the square celebrates Count Casimir Pulaski. Count Pulaski was a Polish nobleman, asked to join the revolution by Benjamin Franklin. He was a great horseman and is also known as the father of the American cavalry. And making our way around the square, if there's anybody on board who happens to be a fan of the Midnight in the Garden of Good Evil, the house coming up to our right-hand side is the Mercer Williams house, and of course famous for the Midnight in the Garden of Good Evil. This is where Watson actually occurred in real life, in the book, and in the movie, The Midnight in the Garden of Good Evil. The house originally completed in 1860 for Confederate General Hugh Mercer. He was the great-grandfather of Johnny Mercer, but never did take possession of the house. Now, Jim Williams did.